Welcome. It's HardLore time. Woohoo!
What's up?
Hi. Bo,
Hi, how are you guys?
Oh my God, we're so good.
We're so good.
Bo, how are you?
Good, man. I just got done doing your least favorite thing, a nice grocery shop cooked dinner meal.
You can miss me with all that. Let's talk about our guests. We don't need to be talking about grocery shopping. I'll leave the room right now.
Who do we got, dude?
We have the incomparable Cat Moss.
Hello.
Front person, lead screamer of Scowl.
Oh man, got me with that one.
Lead person.
Yeah,
Band
I don't know how I landed that job.
What do you mean?
Really?
You were born for it. You're the next. You are the second coming of Gwen Stefani. I call you.
That's insane.
Around the household.
Oh, that's actually nuts.
Think about it though. You know?
If I think about it, I'll freak out. I will curl into a ball. I could never be like her. Like she's up here, man. Like she's
like height wise.
So cool. Oh yeah.
Tall.
I actually don't know how tall she is.
I don't either.
She seems
just so cool.
monolithic.
How tall is Gwen Stefani?
Gwen Stefani is 5 feet 6 inches tall.
She's not short.
I'm taller than her.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
See? She's not up here.
No.
Breaking news on HardLore. Cat Moss taller than Gwen Stefani, musically and heightly.
Physically.
Well, what I meant by that was you look at the beginning of No Doubt, and they're doing like Bad Brains covers and shit.
Yeah,
Really
totally.
badly. Really poorly.
Well, that's subjective.
Just really, really bad.
It's acoustic, so you know.
No, if there's a live one,
help.
it's terrible.
I've never seen this, to be honest. So I really can't judge.
Well, set it on.
It's wild, but it's
so
you know,
bad.
like they're on MTV on like a big show, and they choose to do Bad Brains covers. So
Very
That's
true.
pretty sick.
you got to give it to them there.
Yeah.
And that you look at Scowl's trajectory, and like guitar music is at this point where that could be a thing again.
Yeah,
you know?
we
I
need
could see
Right?
Scowl on
Yep.
MTV playing Sailing On.
Yeah. I mean, like, I would like to be on MTV, like, on, like, the Jersey Shore or something, though. I think that would be kind of cool. Yeah.
Wow. Good call. I mean, if you want to be on Big Brother, I can maybe get you in touch with somebody. But
The OG reality show.
it's true. I worked on it for a long time, so.
Actually?
Oh yeah, you got a shot.
That's crazy.
I'll set you up. We'll talk
Got a
after.
shot.
No way.
So Scowl
Yeah.
is about what, 4 years old at this point?
Yeah, a little bit. I would say, like, 3.5, like, almost 4 years. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think the band started, like, 6 months or 9 months after I moved to Santa Cruz about 4 years ago. So
Had you done
Give or
bands
take.
prior to?
no,
Was your
ever.
first band?
Yeah. So the pressure's really on.
You and Sammy just starting with hits back
Yeah.
to back.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah, back to back.
It's
I
unbelievable.
think Sammy's hits are like, again, like I couldn't compare. Like Drain's demo, like I was obsessed with, but like the Scowl demo, like I can't listen to.
But most of us feel that way. I'm not
Yeah.
about the Scowl demo, but like our own
Yeah.
first thing. You got
I
lucky,
mean-
and like your first band is like the one that is popping off and working. Sammy,
Wow.
he's a what? I don't know what his problem is. The Drain demo is incredible.
Yeah.
It's not fair. 'Cause that's like I said to him. I was like, the Drain demo. If I heard that, I'd be like, new Drain is fucking dope.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I mean, I think everything that Sammy touches is just like gold. Like he's just a
'cause
very
he's gold.
talented person. Yeah, exactly.
so,
I would say, oh, go ahead, Colin.
no,
Sorry.
Bo, take it over. Come on, I want to hear what you have to say.
I was just going to say, I've seen Scowl, I think, twice. Once on the Touche tour.
No
You
way.
guys were in Chicago. Yeah.
That's cool.
Nick is my baby boy and was
I
playing
love Nick.
with Vane. He's quite a character.
Yeah.
And they all worked the merch tent at Riot Fest this past weekend. It just happened.
No
So
way.
I went and saw Nick on Saturday
Who's
night.
Nick?
'cause
You got to give me some context here.
Nick from
Me-
Harm's Way.
Oh, that Nick. Yeah, I know him.
Fuck. And I walked up to Nick because I left the Misfits early, Colin, because they were so fucking bad. And yeah,
Wow.
dude.
I'm literally wearing.
I know. I
That's
I
Bo's
love,
favorite band.
I love
I
the
love
Misfits.
them.
And I saw the first reunion at Riot Fest a few years ago, and it sounded great.
Really?
So I know they're capable of it, but dude, I'm not even joking. They played Walk Among Us, so they opened with 20 Eyes, and it was like if the key is right, it's in D.
Yeah.
He's literally like and he's going
Oh no.
completely off key, and then
And what
after
was
the
that
song,
quote that opened the set that you said?
it's coming. He after that song, he walked to someone side stage, lost his fucking shit, so his ears must have been off. Which you can't really blame him for.
Oh.
Okay, like, yeah. But then, like, I know that record front and back. I couldn't tell what was after I Turned Into a Martian.
Really?
I couldn't recognize it.
Dude, how good is that Turned Into a Martian?
Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
But anyway, the first thing he said, Kat, was Chirac, which is very frowned upon in Chicago. He said, Chirac, how many people got fucking killed here tonight?
Bruh.
And you just heard everyone in the field literally was just like, oh.
Like a pin dropped.
It was horrible.
That's bad.
So I laughed. But anyway, I went and talked to Nick. And like that, when you're doing merch at that, you're on your feet for like 14 hours a day.
Sure.
And I said, hey man, how's it going? And he went, all he said was, my feet.
That's it. The dogs are
all he said.
barking.
Oh,
But yeah,
I can relate to that.
Back to Scowl and Nick and everything. But the second time I saw you guys was at Sound and Fury.
Yeah.
This past one. And that
was monumental.
That was a crazy set.
Monumental.
Man.
That was so much fun. I like every time people bring it up to me, I'm kind of like,
Wait, was that
like,
me?
yeah. No, I
I
just
can-
like, I feel so sentimental about it. Like after I got off stage, I was like, I wanted to like fall to my knees and cry.
Aw.
I was like, so like, I was like, I did it. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God. Like, I don't know.
Do you get tunnel vision in those moments, or are you able to be like me too?
Yeah.
So I've gotten to the point
Yeah.
where I'm in mid song. I'll be like, all right, I need to like just look and take a picture with my
Yeah.
eyes so that I can think about that and be like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
I genuinely like kind of black out if it's something I'm really like excited / nervous for. So like Sound and Fury was like, I think the thing that I had been the most nervous to date for, like the live show that I kind of freaked out the most right before, where I was like, it's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
It was like, and it's like that episode of SpongeBob where like, he's like running around in his own head and like, they're like burning stuff. You know what I mean?
Is that the Pantera episode?
Oh,
Running around in his own head.
no, the Pantera episode. No,
remember
when
that
the salad, when he's like serving the salad, I'm really bad at referencing things, but like he's like it's like multiple little SpongeBobs in his head, and they're like burning files, and they're like trying to. Anyways, this is really.
It's just like a SpongeBob episode.
It's not. Listen, it's not like. It's fine.
That's a show I've never seen one episode.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's fine.
34, brother?
Okay, I'm 30. I'll be 31 in 48 hours. Okay.
Must
Look
have
at
been
you.
a 4-year thing. I don't know.
It's fine. It's whatever. You know, it's no big deal.
But yeah, I was freaking out for Sound and Fury, and then in the middle of it, it was kind of like it's happening, and I was kind of freaking out in my head, but it was also really hot, and I was like,
Right. And
It
the
was
sun,
sun.
the sun
You
at
guys
that-
played,
yeah,
like-
you guys,
like in
sun
the sun.
o'clock.
yeah,
And I
on
was
the
like,
sun.
bro, are you fucking kidding me? Out of every single person at this fest who's playing, like, there's like you could like 1, 2, 3, maybe people who are like on stage wearing makeup. Like, this is so ridiculous. I know, like, it doesn't matter, but like, I get full sun, full sweat,
Curse
full
it.
dust. Like, God damn it. So I feel like a little insecure looking back at like pictures, but I
I
had
will
a good
tell
time.
you objectively, like from a total outsider's
Yeah.
perspective, you
It doesn't
do-
matter.
No, well, and also I was gonna say you do like a very good job, whether intentional or not, of looking like you're having the best time.
Thank
So like
you.
it just doesn't matter. Like everybody looks cool if it looks like you don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm trying so hard to look like I'm like fucking like in the moment and like super like, I don't know. I try to focus really hard on like being this like performer, but like realistically I'm freaking out the whole time. So I'm like pulling it off now. I'm like proud enough to say that I'm like worked on my confidence enough. I'm like, I can do it. Like,
Well, I'm here.
but
You're pulling it off, but also like you look at the resume already, and it's not like you just played Sound and Fury. You played this version of Sound and Fury that was this 1 million person event that nobody really expected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was a few months after playing Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what the fuck happened there? What
Madison
was that
Square
like?
Garden was insane. And then Outbreak Fest was something we did that was absolutely nuts. And those were two like specific ones that like felt really big, like really like, okay, this is a make it or break it moment. And like, we kept it punk, like, you know, but like,
you made it, but you broke it too.
Well, you know, to be honest, no one else would notice watching the set, but you know how it is when you're playing a set and you're like, God damn it, something's going wrong. Like, you know, something happens with the guitar or the drum, or like you forget a lyric, or you kind of like muff a lyric, or you go off time. No one else in the world would notice because they don't play with your band every day. Sure. But you notice because you do. And so it's like moments like that happening at something like MSG, you're like, damn. Like,
but those people even, especially, I'm sure, had even less of an idea than the average.
Madison Square Garden, you're shit faced. I feel like if you're going to Madison Square Garden, there's a half a chance that you're like, I heard there's live music at Madison Square Garden tonight. Heard there are live bands playing.
Especially if it's a Limp Bizkit show.
Yeah,
those are music fans.
You're showing up going, there's an opener? Like, you have no idea.
That was like what really helped take the pressure off of those Limp Bizkit shows specifically, I would say. It's like, oh, like nobody knows who we are. Nobody cares about us. Like all I have to do is get this crowd hyped. And they're Limp Bizkit fans, so it's not going to be that hard. like I just have to like really work with them and like really like kind of throw it at them and be like, who's excited to see Limp Bizkit? Woo! You know, like
It's like opening for Slayer. You just have to say Slayer.
How we doing?
And everyone's
like what this fucking guy's saying.
Yeah. Exactly.
Was that now that so when did Scowl become a like fully touring entity?
I would say this year. Like around like March at the start of that Touche tour. We got that offer and it just so happened to line up with the Limp offer. And then we did the Destroy Boys tour and then Europe, which we hopped into. And like all of it was kind of like a logistical nightmare to organize because it was like nonstop touring. And you're going from like one full US to another full US to flying to Europe and then back. And then we finally like got home after 3 months of that. And we were like, oh, we're like a touring band now.
Yeah.
Because the offers were kind of like flowing and I'm like super grateful for it. I like touring. Like I'm stoked on it. I don't have a job right now. Like, so it's cool. I love it. It just kind of like, it was a goal I set at the beginning of the year. I remember during the new year, I like kind of made a list of goals like regarding the band. And I was like, I don't want to quit my job to tour. Yeah. And I was like, we'll see if that happens. You know, like I'm not super like worried about it because I'm just happy with whatever opportunities I do get.
Sure.
Well,
I think that's the best attitude. That's the attitude to have.
Exactly. And then it just kind of like it happened really fast and the flow of offers hit and the organizing happened. And now it's like, well, how do I have a job at home if I'm going to be gone every other week or I'm about to go on 2 months of tour or whatever it may be.
True, bestie.
Literally. It's like
who in the band are you the mom or are you kind of just like you guys can figure this out. I'm here to rock.
I would say I'm kind of like in between of that because there's certain things that I'm like, that's your guys' deal. Like absolutely. I don't play an instrument. I don't deal with gear.
Yeah, gear. Come on, like, that ain't your bag.
That's not my thing. I'm not gonna deal with it. I'm not gonna focus on that. Some logistics.
Not gonna load it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I mean, I try to help, but like, let's be real. Like,
a merch bag here. And there.
Yeah, merch. The thing that benefits you.
I'm with you
for sure.
Exactly. And everyone kind of has like been able to take on their own like, responsibilities a little bit as we've like started to tour much more heavily. Like in the beginning, I would say me and Malachi were kind of the main like parents of the band and then like kind of like directing things. And we still do. But now like Bailey, who plays bass, is like kind of the gear guy. And then Cole, who drums, he's kind of more responsible of like taking care of merch when it comes to like actual shows. And then me and Malachi figure out like designs and making orders and all the logistical stuff. But it's like a team effort, I guess. I don't know.
No, I mean, that's we were talking about this in the Gate Creeper episode, that with bands, when you start doing these things, the roles kind of come to each person organically.
Yeah.
But I have a very important question about the roles in the band. Who's the silly guy?
You know, that's really funny. Malachi for sure is.
Okay.
Well, but here's the deal.
You're telling me SpongeBob episodes for your state of mind going into shows, you know? Like that's that's the thing a silly guy says.
I think I'm a little bit of a sleeper though, because once I get comfortable around people, I will like it goes and I get into bits and I'm like
You're
really
the assassin.
into it. Yeah. Bailey is actually the class clown. Like Bailey is actually one of the funniest people I've ever met in my entire life. And then Malachi is actually a bully. So like he just roasts everyone to filth.
And then he has a broke leg at the biggest show you ever played.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the universe
exactly
responds.
Yeah. You know? It's always the most inappropriate and like actually fucked up like roasts, but you have to like, you can't not laugh. Oh, okay. Like it's so fucking funny. Oh.
If you don't laugh, does he just go harder?
Yes. Well, if it's towards you, you're not laughing.
Oh, because it's just ice cold.
It's so harsh.
It's a like criminal act against you.
Yeah. It's like actually evil. Like I put up with so much.
Well, you're touring with your partner.
Yeah.
You know, and that partner is the class bully too.
Bully,
yeah.
So that's fun.
Yeah. He's also a genius. He's like an evil genius. So that's like the worst part. Yeah, he's literally in the room right now, and he was telling me earlier. He's like, he like, don't you dare. He wanted
farting over there.
You know, you're almost correct. He
Is he a big flatulator?
Yes. He got a new toy though. He actually has.
Oh, I got one of them in my closet.
Yeah. So.
Welcome to the show, Malachi. Friend of the show.
Yeah,
how's his leg?
He's not wearing a boot. He didn't go to the doctor.
Okay.
He's just
so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But like I don't know what he's doing about that.
He seems like a pretty silly guy to me.
He's hilarious.
After that, just now.
So when you guys did Outbreak and you went to Europe, did you tour Europe? Or
yes.
You did okay.
Spill. Why don't you know that tea you got on your desk there?
Yeah.
That little.
Why don't you just dump it all over the place?
Yeah.
Pour it all on your MacBook.
Well, let's be real. I have like every right to talk shit on Europeans. Because okay. So fun fact, my mom is like super German.
Oh.
Like super German. Like I grew up visiting Germany and like my family in Germany, like in the summer, like I like know a little bit of German, like not like fluently. So I am
Deutsch?
Ein bisschen Deutsch.
Ja, ein bisschen.
Yeah.
Wir können Deutsch sprechen.
Yeah.
I'm going to go home. I'm going to go, guys.
Yeah. So I feel like I have all the right in the world because I've been dealing with it my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, so especially.
You're eating fricadelles when you get home from school.
Yeah, exactly. Like schnitzel.
Schnitzel, baby.
Schnitzel.
I do fuck with schnitzel. I'm not going to sit here and lie to the world.
It's so lit. It is so lit.
Dude, I mean, there's German food is some of it's fine. There's some bratwurst.
It's really here's the problem with German food is the one you get at the show you're playing.
Yeah.
I'm not eating fucking couscous on purpose ever again in my life. You can't make me. All right?
Cold couscous. Yeah.
No, I won't do it.
With like flies and like landing in it, it's just
What is that?
Hey, man.
I don't know.
They do that in France too, where you go to a nice gas station. Like, we stopped at a good one, and there's the deli counter, and then there's just flies in the.
Dude, McDonald's will be swarming. There will be a hive mind of flies in around there. You can see the queen fly in the fucking Big Mac sauce, and they just still serve it to you.
So, Kat, had you visited Europe?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had visited like northern Germany, Hamburg, like specifically like a lot. That's where all my family lives. And then I went to like Switzerland when I was like 5, but I don't remember that.
Switzerland is dope.
Yeah, Switzerland, it's cool.
Switzerland's hilarious because their border, like their TSA or whatever it is, like the border agents, like they really don't want you to be there. And then you get there and you're like, oh, well, yeah, I don't want.
Well, while you're here,
yeah. It's
I bought a Toblerone at a gas station there, just as like, I'm here, I might as well. And I checked my debit card statement after, and it was like $34.
Dude, the first time the first European tour we ever did, we went from Germany through Switzerland to Milan, Italy. We got pulled over by the Swiss police. We had to change all of our money from euro into francs, Swiss francs, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
When we went back into Italy, we had to change it back, and in the time frame that it took to drive, we lost like 400 euros.
Bro,
why do you
that
have
exchange rate?
Because you can't have X amount of euros in their country. It's just like their thing.
Bro,
ask Taylor about that. That was on the tour with Taylor.
The exchange rates are whack, especially if you come from like playing somewhere outside of the US and you're like, okay, got all this money that is not the US dollar, and you're like paying attention, like, when should I like flip this? Like, it's such a pain in the ass.
What do you do? This is we've never talked
about the money.
Cat with the hot fucking scoops.
Good call.
Our ancient technique for this, to all the bands out there, is when you go to the bank to deposit. This might have changed because I remember at one point somebody just said no, and we were like, okay.
Yeah.
When you go to the bank with this money, you say, I want to deposit this. You don't
convert it.
Don't even say the word exchange.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Because there's like a fee that doesn't happen.
Yeah. That's a really fucking smart idea.
Also, might not work anymore. It's been a while. So you let me know. You'll be there before I am.
It's like a psychological thing. It's like telling someone it's not their fault when it is their fault.
And so you're gaslighting the bank, basically.
Gaslight the bank. Always gaslight the bank.
That's my new album.
Is another tip, something that we found is, at least with Chase Bank, which is what we use, they don't take coins. Yeah. So if you're getting fucking the pound coins and single euro coins and Canadian loonies and toonies,
buy some Cokes, brother.
Spend that shit. Use it as change as much as you can.
Yeah.
Pay it out in per diem if you can, if you do that.
Yeah.
Like, otherwise, like the first time we came back, we obviously didn't know, and James had like 50 pounds of coins in a sack in his room, Also, the exchange rate shit, like, it kind of really actually doesn't matter. Like, if you go to some little rinky-dink place, like on a street next to like the gift shop for tourism, you're gonna get fucked. But if you do it at the airport, or if you do it, like, it really doesn't matter that much. Like, you're talking, if you're exchanging tens and tens of thousands, like if you were a very successful band, maybe. But for us,
Scowl could be.
Let's be real here. Let's be real here.
Yeah, how was it? How was the first go? How long were you there?
We were there for like 2.5 weeks, which is like the perfect amount of time, because 2 weeks in Europe feels like a month.
Yes.
And that's what I figured out.
A week in Europe is about a month.
Yeah.
Every week is a month.
Every
day is a week.
Exactly. It was very challenging, I would say, but also it wouldn't be our first time in Europe if it wasn't kind of a pain in the ass.
That's part of the magic, is you figure out what doesn't work.
It's going to be your 10th time in Europe.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Gonna feel the exact fucking same.
It was insane. Before we even got to the airport, had issues. Something with Expedia went wrong with the airline that we were flying, Lufthansa, and our tickets got canceled 4 times.
What?
So I was on the phone with the airline back and forth. At the
airport?
Well, before that, even the night before, when I was trying to check in, it was like so stressful. And we had just done like 2 months of touring, and we were all just like, we're so tired. Like, we just want this to go smooth. Yeah. We hadn't been home in so long. I'm like on the phone with them all night, basically. And they keep telling me like, oh, we fixed it. And then I go check the itinerary. It's not fixed. And I go through it over and over and over again. By the time we get to the airport, we try to check in. They say that our flights don't exist or our tickets don't exist. So very stressful when we have like a fest in Germany the next day.
Yeah.
I was like, now I'm going to cry. So at this point I was like kind of emotional and like just too stressed.
Do you ever weaponize that as
I try really hard not to.
As a touring person, if I had the power to cry, like,
well,
my reflex is anger. I wish if my reflex was crying, I feel like I would get so much more done.
The thing is, everyone who's in the van understands that I do be crying. So the thing is, it doesn't spin anything on them.
They're over it. I would be like, Kat, I'm really like,
well, you'd feel bad.
What can I do? Tell me what to do.
But now it's like, damn, bitch. Okay, we get it. Like,
did you guys have to have COVID tests to fly into Germany?
We didn't.
Okay.
So luckily, we didn't have to deal with that. That part kind of like started changing a lot by that point.
Okay, good.
But as we're figuring out our flight shit, a bomb threat happens at the airport, but none of us knew that when it initially happened. I just saw like hundreds of people suddenly running out of the terminal and people like screaming. And my head went to, oh my God, we're in an active shooting. Like, this is so scary.
And nobody.
What was that?
You cut out completely.
Dude, this fucking thing. So nobody says over the intercom, like, hey, there's a security threat or anything?
No, nothing.
Wow.
And all I see is like, this is like so ridiculously hilarious considering the situation. I just got my like vegan meatball sandwich from Earl's Sandwich, and I have like a Sprite. I just got off the phone with my mom.
Sugar Sprite?
Like, yeah, I got off the phone with my mom, and I was like, fuck it, I need like a Sprite, right? Malachi went to the bar in the terminal. We're just like waiting to see what happens. Next thing I know, I see
this out.
Right, all these people running, and I'm like, oh my God. And this is like days after like one of the big shootings this summer. So like really sad, but
yeah.
None of us knew what was going on. Like I just see people running.
Which airport?
LAX.
One of the worst.
Yeah, literally the worst. Everybody's running. I look up and like kind of like where there's like the second level of the airport, all I see is like cops on what are they called with like the one wheel and the thing? Segways. Cops on segways. And I was like, what's going on? Like, it was so weird. And we're trying to like get out, but they're not letting people out the front doors. And it was just really scary. And I'm like carrying around my sandwich. And I'm just like,
how long until you sat down and ate the sandwich?
Oh, like 2.5 hours.
No,
I like
that's the
real tragedy.
So we were outside of the airport waiting to see what was going on. We got told it was like a bomb threat. Someone checked Twitter. Like it was like so dystopian. And we finally go back in. We rush to the counter for the airline. We get a flight. We like make it last second on the flight. And then I get to sit down, buckle up, and eat my fucking sandwich.
Your cold meatballs.
And we weren't even in Europe yet. Like,
yeah, so hour -4.
Yeah,
you're in panic mode.
Yeah, basically. So we land in Berlin. We're like, wow, we made it. Like, damn, I hope the stress is over. The guitars never show up.
Oh my God. So you were part of that wave of bands.
Yeah, nobody had gear.
All 100 bands who needed to borrow guitars.
Yep.
Wow.
See,
did you get them back?
Yes. So
some bands didn't.
Yes.
Just straight up didn't?
I don't think Dead Heat got their gear back.
Dead Heat flew Aer Lingus, bro.
Oh, Aer Lingus will get you every time, lass. They got us. They got us good.
They flew Aer Ligma. Like, I'm sorry.
I'm a Ligma survivor personally, so I know what it's like.
We flew to Costa Rica one time, and we had a layover in Panama, and we literally are on the plane in Panama leaving to go to Costa Rica, and we look out onto the tarmac, and there are baggage handlers holding our guitars in the cases, like pretending to play them, and other dudes doing mariachi, like they're like pantomiming.
That's kind of sick.
On my mother. Oh, it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my life. James and I fucking died, dude.
That's the best part of their day is being like, oh my God, a guitar. This is crazy.
It was incredible. It was incredible.
Who's on that plane?
Also, a thing, when we first started going to Europe and flying over there, it was like, oh, don't check your guitar ever.
Never.
Gate check, yeah.
Always gate check it. Or try to carry it on and put it in the closet, and they fucking hate that.
The closet, dude. They hate that we know that hack.
Yeah, they hate it. It used to be like I remember Taylor had the like printout or like the screenshot on his phone that was like, hey, here's the TSA fucking rule.
We have a thing. Yeah, we were locked and loaded. We weaponized.
Wow.
Did it work every time?
Worked, I think, once.
Yeah, that's the thing is they'll straight up look at it and be like, yeah.
Well, you know why?
It does say that.
They got all their shit in there. So they're like, no, it's full. My fucking 8 bags are in there.
Which it absolutely should be. I mean, that's fine. But
that's the one perk of the job is you get to put your 8 bags in there. So I get it.
God. I will say it was probably the funniest thing ever because when we got on our like connection in Germany, our drummer Cole, like he always tries to bring like 3 or 4 carry-on bags. I'm like airing him out right now, but whatever. He tries to bring like
talk, brother.
Many carry-on bags, too many, more than allowed.
Why would he do that?
Well, he has a snare and his cymbals, and then he has like his whole thing, right?
The cymbals and the snare and the pedals you put in one bag. Cole, hit me up. We got to talk.
You got to tell him this.
But then those would have been lost too.
Well,
who knows?
Right?
Maybe the little things scattered are why the German guy was like, I'm not picking up all of this.
Maybe.
Well, so the flight attendant, when he gets on the connection, is like, you're not allowed to have all these bags. And he's yelling at him in German. And he's like, he basically makes Cole hold like stacks of bags in his lap and under the seat in front of him on the ground, like all these like rules that he's breaking, basically sitting with like all this shit in his lap on like takeoff and landing. And he's sitting there like he's so bummed.
It's one carry-on and one personal item, Cole.
That's what I'm saying.
Just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Dude, one time we were walking through fucking Logan, the Boston airport. And it wasn't TSA, it was security at the airport. So like a separate entity was like, you're carrying too many items.
That's the thing. How many items did you have?
It must have been 3. It was probably a guitar, like a bag, and then like my bag. You know, I like to do a duffel and then like a backpack. Of course. You know, and they made me like stuff my backpack into the duffel. I think something like that.
They get weird about it. They get real weird about it.
But it's so inconsistent.
Yep.
I hate the inconsistency, and it's the same with the border guys. I hate the fact that like, hey, you live in Chicago, the same as me, Mr. O'Hare guy.
Yeah.
Fucking 20 feet away from this door, you're nothing. You're just flexing for some reason. Oh my God.
Let me ask you something, Kat.
And if it's in German, oh my God.
German aside, we're talking about carry-ons, you know?
Yeah.
As somebody who is endlessly swagged out, how much stuff are you traveling with? How is that? How are you handling that? Because you got a different fucking outfit every damn day.
I'm not handling it well. Like, let's be real. I have such a hard time, like, to the point that I actually pissed off my band, like, seriously, on the last big chunk of tour by having a bag that I could not carry. And I would have to bother them to help me carry it to and from where we were sleeping, where we were like everything. It was so dark, and everyone was just like, "That would
not fly."
No,
it wouldn't. But here's the thing with Scowl: they have to understand that your endless swag is part of the. That's part of the thing. It.
Exactly. I'm figuring it out. I'm trying to like figure out a way to like find balance with it. Because the other thing is, I packed a lot at the beginning of that tour, specifically thinking like, I'm on months worth of tour. I'm going to get so tired of these outfits. Like, let's just like pack a ton. I didn't think that I would probably end up getting and like buying so much shit while I was on the road that I shouldn't have been spending my money on. But like, you know, it's
what you can do. Sometimes sometimes you just got to buy.
I
love
money.
Spend.
Stuff is so much cooler than money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So much cooler.
Oh my God. I love stuff. It feels so good.
We're in an inflation zone, right? You know, we're about maybe a recession coming. Who knows? This while the economy is inflating, if you spend it now, it's worth the most. You're going to get the best deal because it's going to be inflated later.
Yeah.
Spend.
No, I just talked about how I went grocery shopping for one meal and I bought a thing of cat food. It was
$50. Cat
total.
food?
No, total. But like I bought 4 ingredients and a box of cat food. And I spent $50 fucking dollars.
Dude, it's expensive to eat. It's expensive to live. It's like kind of fucked up. But like,
well, here's the thing.
I think money's fake. Money literally like it comes and it goes. You don't know when you're going to die. So spend it while you have it.
Amen.
Do you wear, this is kind of a strange question, but I don't mean it that way. Do you wear different stuff at like every show, like every set?
You know what's funny about that is sometimes
on tour, obviously.
There's certain outfits that I'm like, oh, I really like this one. So I'll wear this. I'll wear like a specific one, like sometimes a handful of times just because like it feels comfortable. It feels good. Like I can move around in it. And like, I like how I look in it, whatever. And then, but sometimes if I try to repeat an outfit like 2 nights in a row or something, Malachi will tell me, he's like, you wore that last night. And I'm like, I know, like, I don't really care. And
you don't get the privilege of gig clothes because of the swag?
Well, kind of. I don't know. I feel like I should. I should. He's always like kind of like there to be like extra brain cells for me because there's not a lot going on. So he'll kind of be like, well, maybe it'll help for like the photos or whatever, this or that. And I'm like, oh, okay. God damn it. Like, you know, but a lot of the times it just ends up being that like, I just get bored really quickly and I have so much clothes. Like, in fact, I actually just recently went through my closet and I'm getting rid of like 10 bags of clothes. Like I don't need.
That's a lot of bags.
I have a problem. Like I have a lot of shit I don't need.
Well, Malachi has a solution. It seems.
Henry Rollins played in like the same shit every night.
Exactly.
For like 8 years. Like mini black shorts and that's it.
Well,
and
yeah.
He looks cooler than anyone on earth.
He has the privilege of looking cool without a shirt on, Bo.
But okay, he could have been. He also wore that little mesh tanky toppy thing.
Yeah, well, that probably don't stank because it's mesh.
You know, let's be real here. His shorts were probably so disgusting.
So disgusting.
One of my favorite audiobook. Well, actually, the actual book is awesome because of the pictures. But Get in the Van is amazing. And
I want to read that.
There are times where, not so much anymore, but there were times where like touring was hard. And I would like get so like sick of whatever we were doing that I would put that on and like listen to it, and it would actually like kind of ground me. Yeah, because it's like, yo, he sat in a box truck with all the gear.
Yes,
with no lights on, no windows, no air conditioning, nothing for 12 hours.
I read that in Our Band Could Save Your Life, or what is that book? I think that's what it is, something like that. And it's like it kind of covers the same thing and about how he like. He's a freak. Yeah. I really appreciate him though, because I'm like, damn, like I want to be like that, but I'm not.
Rollins really is for me he's the opposite of Danzig, where it's like, I never want to meet Danzig, but I love his music.
Yes.
I would love to meet Rollins, but really? I can't stand anything.
I think I've heard like better stories about people meeting Danzig.
Really?
And like having a good experience than I have about like.
That's the crazy thing is like Danzig in all facets seems to be a lovely guy other than like the past year or two. Maybe he's just trying to see his way out. You know?
Dude, you know what? Fear played this weekend at Riot Fest, and I was gonna go because they played the record. Yeah. And I was gonna go. I was gonna have to leave work early. Blah blah blah. And I just didn't end up doing it. And I kind of regret it. Because I would have really liked to see Fear. Yeah. But it made me think, and this conversation fits with it, is like, I don't think there's anyone from back in the early 80s who you want to meet.
No.
They are really specific characters. And I think like now, like we have such a like beautiful array of characters and people who come around and come through like subculture and the music scene and blah, blah, blah. And some of them are really strong personalities and some of them aren't. But like, back then, I feel like only the strong personalities survived. And I think that's part of why it's that way. Like someone like me.
And most of them seem to be homophobic for some reason.
Dude, I was just going to say, in the Decline too, Lee Ving gets into a fist fight with a woman. Yeah. And just fights her on stage in front of a whole room of people.
That was just part of it, I guess. You're like, we're rebelling against everything.
The hands are pan. The hands are pan. Everyone can get them. Like,
well said. That's what they said in the 80s. Let me ask you something. This Sonic parking lot thing.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck happened there? How did that come to be? How did you one up the Denny's thing?
I don't even know if we won up the Denny thing.
Did somebody say what the fuck is up, Sonic?
I did. Well, I did.
You did? Oh, good job. Good job.
It's a really easy joke to make. I wouldn't give myself that much credit.
It just would have been a waste if no one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, that's kind of why I did it. And we managed, it was already a booked show. Gel was headlining. They were doing like a run, or maybe they still are, with Exhibition, sick ass band from Buffalo. Gel rocks. I fucking love them. And I guess they had booked a couple shows before, like with this Sonic. So they had shows there before, but I think this was probably like the biggest. Yeah. I don't know how. Apparently the guy's just with it. I don't know.
Like the owner?
Yeah, I think the owner. And it happened after the Sonic closed. Like the show didn't start till like 11. Mm-hmm. So, but that one was probably the craziest one, considering like the fireworks and, like Sunny from Hate 56 came out, and it was just like, it had a lot of hype. And then we also did the surprise set, and it was a party. It was really fun. It was cool.
So you guys were a surprise on that?
Well, I think some people kind of knew like the day of, but we weren't on the lineup. Like it was supposed to be like a surprise. Yeah.
Fun. So fun.
Wow. And then it became a legendary thing.
It was nuts. I got like a firecracker like thrown in my hair. I will not name who did it, but he felt very bad
with you.
No, actually, surprisingly, it like burned my back. It was kind of crazy. I was like, oh shit. Like, and then it like, there was fucking fireworks everywhere. And,
did you get Sonic before the show?
No, I didn't. I was really nervous. I was kind of nervous because I was like hoping that, maybe like we'd play like an okay, I don't know. I just get in my head.
You're worried about the like performance at the Sonic?
I was worried about Sonic Fury.
Because know that's going to rock no matter what.
Yeah, right.
Well, let's be real. When do you think this is going to air, by the way? I have a question.
Thursday.
Okay. I'm trying to, I don't know if I should, something embarrassing happened to me during this set.
Okay.
Oh, this would be such a good clip. Whatever you're about to say.
And people will know once the video comes out. But I had a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, no.
And it had to be blurred out for like 30 seconds. And it was like the most like sickeningly embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. But I had to like own it and like make a joke out of it, because like, what else am I going to do?
What are you going to do?
God forbid, shit happens. So that
did you have an N-word, S-word? That's
Colin.
Crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nip slip.
Okay. It rhymes with blip clip. Sorry. N-word, S. I don't know what I was thinking there. Well, I'm very sorry that happened.
It's okay, but it was
you
really
turned it
funny.
into a moment of power, and that's
well, it was funny, right? and like looking back, it's hilarious. Like I felt really embarrassed, but I was like, it was gonna happen one day. Like I feel like it's gonna happen eventually, and like whatever. Anyways, that happened, and then like Malachi's guitar got cut out because some kid fell on his like cable and broke it, and like it was just like super chaotic, and the fireworks and everything. So in my head after, I was just like, what the fuck just happened? Sure. Like, but it was cool. It was crazy.
But the chaos, you said that chaos is like, like, oh no, this chaotic thing got us out. Yeah. When in reality, when the people are watching, they're like, whoa, the chaos just made the star go out. That's pretty badass.
It was very punk. And like, I'm not complaining about that. I think it was cool. It was a moment for sure that I will always remember.
Me too.
Colin, you ever do any random like last minute shows like that, Colin? No, not N-word, S-word.
I've had many N-word, S-words.
Still fucking me up.
I have one during HardLore all the time.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm wearing sleeves today, so I'm safe. I'm safe. Marked safe from nip slips. Colin is today.
Oh man.
Last minute shows like that. Actually, yes. When the one time we toured with Madball, where is it? Davis?
Yeah, Davis.
The show in like Sacramento or something was canceled, so we played RBU with Madball. and it was like a 12 hours notice type thing. Pardon this interruption. You're not going to believe this. We have an ad to share with you.
An advertisement?
An advertisement. We got ads now, but this is just one quick one. And here's the direct copy. One of the most exciting and complete metal tours has just kicked off. Lamb of God's Omens tour is now hitting the U.S. from New York City to L.A. and everywhere in between.
With special guest Killswitch engaged and a rotating roster of metal's most exciting artists, including Suicide Silence. Hey,
they recorded an album with my brother recently.
Spirit Box.
They're making so much money right now.
Motionless in White.
I think they're from Wilkes-Barre.
Really nice guys. Warped Tour. We toured with them. Very, very friendly individuals.
They're from Wilkes-Barre, so they've eaten Jerry's and Angela's before they could engage in this discussion with us.
Baroness. They got the colored records. I like the purple one. Animals as Leaders and Fit for an Autopsy.
I think that's a drummer of Animosities and Animals as Leaders, right? He's a fucking rip.
Is that true?
I think so.
Tosin, that guy can play guitar. I'll tell you what.
Yeah. And then Fit for an Autopsy, friends of the show.
Friends of the show. William
Get tickets
Putney.
now at livenation.com. They almost banned me for throwing a water bottle at a security guard, but we're over it now.
But that was an almost.
Almost, yeah. If maybes and buts were, whatever. All right, back to the episode. Bye.
Wait, when was this?
2014.
That was
Tongs.
I was in high school and I was not into hardcore yet, but that's cool because I grew up in Sacramento. So
there you go. It's right by the In-N-Out in Davis.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar.
Love Davis. In-N-Out.
That was cool.
We played South by Southwest once, and there was they have a pedestrian bridge in Austin that bands do shows on.
That's so sick.
So we they have a generator. It's like a whole thing. And everyone shows up and fills up this bridge, and blah blah blah.
So you played. You played the bridge there, the legendary bridge.
Well, so this was like the little surprise pre-show. We had an actual show the following day at the fest, but we showed up, and I forget what the whole band was arguing about something. I forget what. We were just I think we did 3 shows in a day, and this was going to be the third. And it was a whole thing where it's just what are we doing? A bridge, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And we get there. 2 bands had played. The cops shut it down, and we didn't play, and we got paid. Oh, we got paid.
Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't play though?
No, we didn't play.
I mean, I feel
they were straight up hey, sorry, we can't do it. Here you go. Thanks for coming. We were there. We were there. Yeah. We loaded.
You were ready. I think you're ready to rock.
Yeah. Damn. I feel I love those guerrilla shows the most, the outdoor, random surprise, chaotic thing. We've played a small handful of shows like that, and
you've done so many of them.
We did one in Oakland. We did one before the pandemic under an overpass in Chico, California. And then we did.
That's made up. That's a made up place.
It's not.
That's the fakest place ever.
It was weird. It was awesome though. And then we did the one at Sonic, and we did the RBS show. Okay, you get it. What I'm saying?
Yeah. I just can't. The concept of Sonic is just.
It was awesome. It was cool.
I want to play at a fucking Taco Bell now.
Oh,
you should
play at a Portillo's.
A Taco Bell Cantina.
Ooh,
get boozy.
2 drink minimum. Come on.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
But real quick, I know we kind of already moved on, but I just want to know, because we didn't really get to it, how was after you got to Europe? After the whole ordeal with the airport and everything.
Oh,
we kind of skipped. So how was the tour? I know Outbreak was crazy.
Who were you with just for the club shows?
Most of them we were with Touche Amore, in the UK. And then
those are probably great.
It was awesome. It was cool. It's definitely awesome playing shows with them and seeing how their fans are so devoted. Touche fans are Touche fans. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's crazy.
But that's also a thing too that we should address, Colin, that we literally never talk about because we shit on Europe so much. Is that the people who you have in Europe who are fans of your band are fucking awesome.
They're lifers.
You know what I mean?
They're absolutely lifers.
There's a couple guys. Steven. I think you watched the show.
There's probably a Steven in Europe.
It's him. And there's this guy Roman, dude, that he's always there. He bought every shirt.
I love that.
Hits his ass off, and then you see him after, and he's like, "Cool, thanks, bud." All right, that's perfect.
See you, Roman.
Yeah. The thing that I experienced the most, like in Europe proper, because we did mainly fests in Europe, and then
which is different.
I think we did like maybe 2 or 3. We did some shows with like One Step Closer that were just like club shows, like normal shows. But for the most part, we did fests. The thing that I experienced the most that I've never experienced in the States is people walking up behind me with their phones out and their camera ready and going, selfie. Like, can we take a selfie with it out, taking the photo already? I've never,
just
ever.
At the show or on stage?
At the show.
Wow.
So like either before or after we played, like, and I was just like, okay, like, whereas in the US, people will like kind of walk up and they'll be like, can we get a picture? Like, they were very bold about that. That one was like kind of jarring. But for the most part, I'm going to be real. I hide from the merch table. Like, I don't do it anymore. I used to do merch a lot for Scowl. And now I don't as much, just because
you're just gonna get punished.
Yeah.
You know, and people mean well, but people don't realize what they're doing.
Yeah.
Holding up the fucking line.
Straight up, that too, you know.
Exactly. So I just avoid it. In Europe, I got kind of lucky, like kind of avoiding some of that. And it's not that I like meeting people and talking to people, and like I enjoy like really wholesome interactions a lot, but sometimes I just get overwhelmed. I think,
dude, it's so draining. Like, again, I was at Riot Fest for fucking 2 hours, and I was exhausted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Just being around people and stimulation and just like standing for a little while is like
people just swarmed you, huh, Bo?
Oh, dude,
that's Bo.
I could not take a step, brother. No,
the guy
I just mean like just in general, like being around people, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's exhausting. I'm not like much of a. I like people. I like socializing, but I
guess I like people.
I like people a lot. I love socializing. I love my friends. I get kind of tapped out. Like Sound and Fury weekend, like I was having the hardest time because I hadn't talked to that many people in like the span of like 24-70, I don't know how many hours, like
3 years,
dude. It felt like that, and like so long, and I was just like, holy shit, like my head was pounding by the end of every night, and like I felt like kind of anxious and awkward, and I was like, I don't know how to interact with all these people and like do all this, but like luckily
you see them 10 times in a row and you got to say hey every time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, at what point do we just put our eyes down and keep walking?
Exactly.
Oh, don't you hate that? I mean, I get it, but you just sometimes you and a person, whoever, will just kind of concede, like, hey, man, like,
that's my move, man.
That's the move.
If I've said hi to somebody too many times, I will walk the other way. I'll be like, I can't do this.
But would you ever do that to me?
You're different, Bo.
That's what I'm saying. Is like
you're attached to the back of my ass. You're growing on my ass. I can't avoid you.
Bo's not like other girls.
No,
I'm not. I'm different. But like seriously, like I just mean like there's like levels of friends. There's levels of relationships. So like you have those ones where it's just kind of like you do the
hey again.
Hey, I hate that. It's so awkward. I hate it.
Yeah, it's challenging, but it is what it is. Like, I don't know. Europe was fun because it was like a lot of new people and a lot of interesting interactions, like very, very interesting interactions.
Do you remember, did you get, I'm sure you got a couple classic Euroisms. Do any come to mind? Like, new album is shit, but you were so great live, but all my friends hated the show.
Yeah. I get the like, don't expect sound from you. Like so scary, like, you know, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, thanks. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I didn't expect it either. I don't know. Yeah. But I avoided people a lot in Europe, low key. I was just like, I don't want to do it. I'm going to sit in the green room and eat hummus. Like, we're good.
Let me ask you, do anybody in your band smoke cigs?
Yes. So
Malachi smokes cigs?
No.
He's OG Edgeman, right?
He's not Edge anymore. And he hasn't been straight edge for like years.
We gotta go.
He actually recently stopped drinking though, which is good. He was like fucking hammered the entire weekend of Sound and Fury. Like he was blasted. Like, I did not know where he was.
I saw him a bunch. I didn't know where he was.
Yeah. But me and Bailey both have like a nicotine addiction.
Oh, you partake in the cigarettes?
I haven't smoked cigarettes in a long time. It's vaping. I love vaping.
Wow.
I love vaping. I hate that I love it. Like,
There's the clip. This is the clip. Breaking news: Cat Boss loves vaping.
I fucking
But now it's like
love
illegal. It's got they're trying to stop vaping once the
whatever.
What are your thoughts?
It tastes good and it's really like nice and it's fun and kids should do it. I'm kidding.
You're gonna get demonetized immediately.
I've been thinking about I'm getting into cigs like emotionally.
That's
cigs, you know?
Like the idea
of cigs is there's nothing in the world more appealing to me. So I really resonate with what you're saying. But nothing beats like the vape. I got a hold of. It's like I got enough technology.
Yeah.
I don't need to charge another thing.
I need another USB mini, USB micro.
Yeah. I just love that I can wake up in the morning and like vape. I'm awake, but I haven't bought a vape.
That's breakfast?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What kind of charging port does it have?
Well,
USB-C?
I get the disposable one.
That is so non-friendly, Kat.
You know what?
Aren't you vegan?
Not anymore.
Oh,
I'm vegetarian.
Yeah! Huge win for the show. Another one down.
I don't know why you think I'm a good person. Like, I'm kidding. I am vegetarian. I enjoy an egg. I like eggs and like, I don't know.
I'm so with you on the egg thing.
Eggs are
you love an omelet? Are you an omelet girly?
Like a over easy with like,
okay. That I'm the same.
Like some fried rice.
That's like an advanced egg.
Hit it with the fork on the top and it runs all over.
Yeah.
Come on.
I love that. A little bit of avocado.
The best part of my day.
Like that is lit. If I fry the eggs too much though, I get kind of like nauseous. Like it grosses me out. I don't know.
There's a very fine line.
Yeah.
I'm with you there because if I order an egg over easy and it's over medium, I'm like, well, there's some mistake here.
I need a little bit of
communication breakdown.
I need like a little bit of goo in there, but not
the
like
the boogery substance. I need some of that egg booger.
Not so much that it's just sunny side up. You know what I mean?
Sure. No. You got to flip it for 10 seconds at least.
Yes, exactly. I don't know how I got here.
Well, we were talking about edge and then veganism, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But
vaping and eggs is what you've been really into lately.
Oh.
It brings us to a good, how did you eat in Europe? You played a lot of fests. Yeah. So you're kind of getting catering. Catering could be dope.
Catering. Sure. I love catering. After we did the Limp Bizkit tour, I was like, damn. I don't want to go back to the DIY life, catering,
Limp Bizkit's got like catering.
Limp Bizkit's got the best catering ever. They have like vegan options. They had at one point we played like a Mohegan Sun and it had like it was like
CTHC
hot brownie, like hot brownies with ice cream, like at catering.
A la
mode, bro. It was so good. In Europe, I ate pretty great because there's a lot of vegetarian vegan options. I try to eat vegan when I can because I prefer that. But
some of it is good, and they got good donuts and stuff.
Oh yeah, and like specifically in the UK, there's a lot of good shit to eat. There's a lot of options in my opinion. I don't give a shit about beans and toast, but like if you go to Starbucks and or any like coffee shop in the morning, like they all have like vegan breakfast sandwiches all over the place. Like,
did you try the beans and toast?
Yeah, it's fine.
It goes pretty hard.
I like it. I love the ferry. The ferry dinner. Did you take the ferry?
Yes. Oh my God. The ferry food, bro. The ferry
food is awesome.
The ferry breakfast was lit. And then we were like,
the tomato?
Dude.
I love it.
I love the tomato.
I love the tomato.
Are you being serious, Colin?
I love the tomato.
Dude, me too. Everybody shits on it.
Though.
I love tomatoes. I love tomatoes, bro. In Europe proper, all we fucking ate was falafel. If we weren't catered, it was falafel, kebab, because the boys eat meat. So they all got kebabs. I would get falafel. That was like every fucking day, especially if we were like drinking and like kind of getting wasted, and it was crazy.
You're up late, I mean, it's their equivalent to Mexican food.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Scowl party's pretty hard. You're telling me.
We do have one straight edge member, but the rest of us, we party.
Poor bastard.
Is it Cole with all the carry-ons?
What did you? Come on,
we have to, Colin. We have to take Cole under our collective.
I know,
wings.
man. Cole, what are you doing, man?
He's like, I think he's gonna be straight edge.
He's the Poindexter, and he's got all the carry-ons.
I think he's gonna be like a lifer because he does have like a straight edge belly rocker. Like he has like a tattoo.
Well, let me ask you this: is he like a weed smells good Edgeman?
No.
Okay.
He's like really like.
He's a lifer.
Yeah, he's a lifer.
All right, he's fine.
Bless his soul.
Smells good guys are not long for this world.
Yeah.
I just remembered we played. We were in Berlin once, and there was a taco, like a little taco vendor, like out on the street. Okay, they were Mexican dudes from LA who moved to Spain.
Okay.
Who then moved to Berlin because of like the food, like I guess, the restaurant industry, blah, blah, blah. So they had like a little like food truck kind of thing. But they were Mexican immigrants who wound up in LA and then went to Spain. So like they spoke broken everything except for Spanish, but none of us spoke Spanish. So it was literally like, I'm mit keine casa. Thank you, and a Coke, por favor. Like, that's how everything, like, it was 3 languages.
There's no way you can get carne asada in
that's absolutely what they had.
Insane.
Dude, you want to know what's sick? This is the sickest part. At the end, I asked him for cilantro, and he was like, oh, like, we only take this out for, like, people who ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
They, had it in a little really bag for cilantro.
The European gene pool is, like, I think... They got the like cilantro tastes like soap gene, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Bummer. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah. I can't do it.
You don't like it?
And you can't help it. What are you going to do?
I kind of like how it tastes like soap.
You do have the soap, but you enjoy the soap?
I think that's what it is. Because it doesn't taste great, but I kind of like it.
I love it.
But I also, I don't know.
I grow it. I have it on everything I can.
You're sick, man.
A little cilantro on scrambled eggs. No problem.
Just give me some salt. I got Whataburger spicy ketchup now in the fridge, so I put that on my eggs.
For sure. I feel like in Europe we ate better than we've eaten like in the Midwest ever. Like
right, now,
Midwest.
Hold on.
Okay, not Chicago.
Illinois is not the Midwest. We've talked about this.
Like I'm talking like Midwest, like I know it's not that far away from each other, but Indiana specifically, like I have never hated myself more and been struggling so much more like with eating on tour than I did in Indiana specifically.
What'd you eat? Like grits and shit? Or what?
We got fucking Taco Bell because it was like the only thing that was open, and it was every single person's order was wrong. Like, and I hate to be that person because I'm like,
no, you're not. They are.
California Taco Bell is different, you know?
Taco Bell is also the place that can like do it all. And like we know that you can do this.
Exactly.
So don't fuck around. Yeah. Make this shit right.
Exactly.
What's really interesting is sometimes with things like Taco Bell, in a smaller town, they're like, they don't have the stigma that a California Taco Bell employee would. So they do go harder. But then there's those weird random cornfield Taco Bells. You're like, why is this here? Where you go there and it's like, you're like, this isn't even food I'm eating.
Yeah. I mean,
they grilled the wrapper. What am I doing?
No, literally. I wish I had like specific memories from that Taco Bell experience, but like everyone was like actually blind with rage because of the level, like the food was just so wrong. It was not Taco Bell.
Oh my God.
I have a question for you guys.
Yes, please.
What
are we moving on from Taco Bell?
Well, kind of, but no, but kind of. Okay.
I have just
we got time.
I have the quickest story about Taco Bell before you ask, but please remember, Colin, you're gonna appreciate this. It was late. I ordered Taco Bell at like 2:15 in the morning.
What?
After I left the Misfits, I was just like, I'm home. I'm hungry. I want Taco Bell. I don't have a car, so I ordered it. The dude texts me. He's like, "Hey man, I'm at I'm at this Taco Bell. It's fucking chaos. Like, I can't guarantee you're going to get anything. I'll cancel the order. And I was like, dude, cancel the order. Bring me anything without sour cream, and I have cash for you.
Damn.
Because he's not far. And he was like, all right, dude, I got you.
Word.
He showed up with 4 Dorito tacos and 2 burritos without sour cream on them, and I just gave him $15 cash.
That's lit.
And he didn't pay for the food. It was like a guy's order.
Oh.
It was like some whole gimmick. So I didn't pay full it was amazing. We hugged.
Wow.
He was like, "Thank you, man." I was like, "Thank you."
You guys did like a drug deal with Taco
yeah,
Bell.
it was amazing. It was a great night.
That's amazing.
Off the grid Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Handoff.
Fuck yeah.
That's like black market Taco Bell for sure, right there. I was gonna say, what have you guys collectively sworn off completely from eating at on tour?
Subway.
Subway, yeah.
Same.
Easy.
That's like top of the list. Subway.
It'll never. I will eat beef jerky and chips from the gas station that this shitty fucking Subway is crammed into before I ever try to have a tomato from Subway again.
Dude, I don't know what it is.
I'll eat a ham and cheese Hot Pocket before
I'm so glad that you guys are on the same level with me on this, because we like collectively, we learned the hard way one time where we were like, we just need a vegetable. Like, you get so tired. We're like, okay, fuck it. Let's just hit Subway. We wouldn't normally do this.
I've yet to experience that emotion.
I'm waiting.
Maybe I'll get there.
And then
someday.
There's not really many options. So it's like, fuck it. And then we all get it and we're like, this is so bad. Why the fuck did we do this? And then it took 2 experiences. So we're kind of dumb. So it takes us learning the hard way. It was another instance where we were like, kind of like, we couldn't make any more stops besides getting to the show. We're kind of like, we're pushing time. We're not like late, but like, Yeah. And the only option for like a meal is Subway. And everyone's like, oh, fuck it. Like, I guess I'll do it. And that was like the last time. I actually think I cried into that Subway. I was so upset. And then the other one I've sworn off completely that like my band gives me shit for, but like I will stand by it, is Dunkin'. I fucking hate Dunkin'.
Oh, that is bad news.
I'm sorry if it's fighting words.
You're against me now, for sure.
I literally don't understand how people can like Dunkin'.
Kat, are you a gambler?
I don't know. Like,
that's a no.
Dunkin' is for gamblers.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm not gonna fucking no.
You gotta go in accepting that you're drinking poop or you're drinking gold. There's an acceptance that comes with Dunkin'.
Well, it's not just the coffee; it's like the snacks. Like,
but dude, egg and cheese on a bagel?
The last
they were like the first ones to have an Impossible thingy.
I know. I never got to try it because Dunkin' isn't really a thing where I live really that much.
Yeah, it really disperses as you go west. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, it just got west. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's so insane.
I can't. I fuck Dunkin' forever. I fucking hate Dunkin'. Like, actually fighting words. Like, do not fuck with Dunkin'.
Yeah. Next time you're in Van Nuys, I'll take Scowl to my Dunkin'.
No, bro.
Or my poopy stuff. We'll either serve you gold or poop. We'll see.
I will.
What's the funniest thing about Dunkin' too is like I'm a cold coffee guy all the time.
I love cold coffee.
And it's the one place where I don't mind granulated sugar in my coffee.
What do you need the granulated? You do.
That's just how they always. When you ever used to get nice coffee, that's how they always used to make it.
Yes,
it's different now.
So when I go, I understand, but now when I go, I'm like, oh, I'm getting the one with the fucking grit. I'm gonna chew as I drink. Sounds disgusting, and kind of is. I'm just saying, I love it though. So I love Dunkin'.
You gotta get the caramel.
Bo runs on Dunkin', brother.
Caramel syrup. Oh,
you put me onto the toasted almond. Toasted coconut? What was the sugar-free one that you used to?
I would never put anybody onto a toasted coconut. I'll tell you that right now.
Was it almond?
Maybe. I did this?
Yeah, it was you specific. It was when we were both ketogenic monsters. Yeah, ketamine.
I might have. I don't know.
Let's see. What's another one I've sworn off?
Burger King. I'm gotten to the point where I won't do it.
It's pretty low on the list. Yeah.
It's like.
I really don't fuck with Hardee's or Carl's Jr. I never feel like I have a good time.
Kat, you have to love Carl's. They give you the beyond.
Yeah, they got everything you need.
I am a Burger King apologist.
But they have the Impossible Whopper. So
I will give you this. The thing is about Santa Cruz is it's a hippie town, and drive-throughs are not allowed here. So there's only a small, like a handful, like 4 drive-throughs in total in Santa Cruz. One of them is a Jack in the Box, which I can't eat anything at.
The worst. One of the worst.
I don't give a fuck about Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
the other 3 are Burger King.
What? They got the monopoly?
Yes. There's not. There's no In-N-Out.
That's like a city thing? There's no In-N-Out drive-through there?
There's no In-N-Out. They won't allow it. There's also no billboards in Santa Cruz.
Oh, we have a town like that here.
It's a hippie town, bro. There's no Carl's Jr. There's no. We do have A&W or not A&W. Fucking we do have. What's the one with the chicken? I don't need
Chick-fil-A?
it. No, we do not have Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, way too
advanced. No.
KFC?
Yes.
I mean, I could have gone days.
Yeah, no.
Down the list
well, we literally just don't have. Dude, Zaxby's actually is kind of lit. They have good salads. Low key.
When you ordered the salad, they were like, "Are you serious?"
I'm like, what the?
We got one.
Yeah, they were like, "Steven, we got a salad order."
Yeah.
So Burger King. So here's why Burger King upsets me, because I love it. I was a BK kid.
Yeah.
But I've been crossed too many times. I was there the day that the fries relaunched as a promotional thing for Toy Story 2. I was there for the Mr. Potato Head fries, okay?
Do you remember the tacos?
Of course I remember the tacos.
Dude, 2 for $1?
Yeah, that's still the Jack in the Box deal, brother.
Yeah.
Which I know that's what they were trying to do, but we don't have Jack in the Box here, so...
So you ate those Burger King tacos?
Dude, Chris and I lived 2 minutes from a Burger King. Chris and I would walk up after band practice in fucking middle school, and with $5 you could eat like a goddamn king.
Yeah, I guess so. But there was like, Burger King had a crazy dollar menu at the time. I would have said,
dude,
I would argue they had the best dollar menu plain burger.
It's hard to beat a McDouble for $1.06.
The McDouble was not around yet in this era.
But I mean,
McDouble was a late addition.
Okay, well, all right.
The double cheeseburger, I guess, was.
No, it was a McDouble.
Something. The McDouble came around later. Kat, yes.
Yes, please.
Miss Moss,
please distract us.
What do you guys think of European McDonald's, though?
That's a good question.
I think European McDonald's is a million times better than any fucking fast food restaurant I've ever had. Actually, no, that's not true.
What did you get, though?
Well, anything that was vegan or vegetarian,
so it's all that lens.
It's a different world.
Exactly. Yeah. McDonald's in the UK and in Europe, though, is like, we ate it a fuck ton. It was so lit. I loved it.
I will say this: breakfast McDonald's in Germany, they have fucking the
chicken McMuffin.
Or the roasty, where they put the little hash brown on. Why don't we have that here, by the way? How is there not an egg McMuffin with hash brown on it?
We are very behind in McDonald's breakfast European technology. But here's the problem with the burgers and stuff and the nuggets. They're all pre-made and just sitting there. So yeah.
So they're not dropping them.
They're not dropping them fresh ever, unless
I didn't know that.
Customize them. So if you look in the McDonald's in Germany or something, you will see a row of each item.
So they just got backstock.
They're just backstocked. So that's what you're eating.
I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when you said that, I was like, Kat, what are you doing?
I don't know.
But you're eating what? The McVeggie?
Yeah.
The McPlant and
McPlant, McVegan,
That's safe,
Yeah.
But the thing about McDonald's is you could preserve. A Big Mac could sit on my desk for 10 years and I could safely eat it.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Give or take a couple of years.
9, maybe 9.
But then there's the other considerations, which I know we've talked about ad nauseum, but we should bring it up again, is you're getting an undercarbonated Diet Coke with no ice in it.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
I'm not a huge soda person always. If I that soda that I got at the airport was a big deal for me. I try not to overdo the soda. So,
diet soda either? You're out?
Oh, no, not diet. Absolutely not. If I'm going to get a soda, I'm going to get the real shit.
Okay,
sure.
we need to clip together. I love vaping, and oh no, not diets. No, absolutely
exactly.
Is that for health reasons, or you just think it tastes bad?
It tastes disgusting. It's nasty. Absolutely.
Well, here's the thing: you are like you're a fit young woman. You know, when you look like Bo and I, a soda will do a full sugar soda. Like, if I drink it at noon. By 3 p.m. when I've finished consuming that full sugar soda, I'm like, oh my God, there it is. Like I can look down and be like, whoa, the soda.
Yeah.
This is not a 20-ounce Sprite that I've been nursing for 2 days.
2 days?
Well, that's excessive.
Okay, but
too much sugar.
I will say, like, if I drink like a Baja Blast or something, like I will not be able to go to sleep. Like my heart's pounding and my hands are shaking with like the sugar and caffeine intake on that. Okay. Like I can't do it.
Can I ask how old you are? Is that really an offensive question?
No, it's not at all. I just turned 25 actually. So I mean, okay. I think like, you know, all the like the vaping and the sodas and the sitting on my ass in a van, like it's gonna catch up to me soon.
Sitting more than all of those things, sitting on your ass in the van is gonna catch up to you.
Mr. Back Pain. He
I
comes
hate
to
it.
collect.
I hate it. My ass hurts.
It's so bad for your hips. Yes, it's so bad. It's the
worst. I've been like trying to figure out, like talk to people about like what their routines are on tour, because like I don't know if like I just need to get up early and like do stretches and like do a run or something. Like God forbid that actually happens. Like I want to do that, but like let's be real, like that is going to require so much from me. I don't know if I have that. Like
you got to do it, then you got to do the shower after. Yeah. You're going to wake everybody up, going back in the room. It's a whole thing. You got to be on a certain kind of tour to pull that off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that too. The guys, I mean, I gym the least. Me and Casey gym the least.
Yeah.
But Nick, Chris, and James, obviously James gyms a lot on tour, and Chris does too. And they wake up early and just go, and like that fucking sucks because I hate waking up ever. But they do it. But I just think
it's great for your mind.
And stretching's huge.
I'm a big fan of
people don't
stretching.
Realize how bad sitting is like for your hips and your back and how tight you get, and like
I'm literally like sitting like a fucking pretzel right now. So I'm like, shit.
Yeah, me too. But like it's so bad for like sitting and driving the van. Like that's a horrible position. Or sitting on a plane.
Plane is the worst.
Oh my God.
Human beings are not supposed to do that.
No, I'm a big fan of getting up. That's why I sit in the aisle always on planes. Always.
Exit row aisle. That's my great secret.
Exit row aisle is
up
great.
And down that motherfucker.
Dude, I love going to what do they call the galleys, like on international flights? You just go, and I love seeing, there's always the people who are just like, whoo! Everybody's just big stretching. Oh, that's the best.
What is that shirt? We made a shirt with just the logo on the front?
Dude, it's the best one.
Oh, it's the Anthony shirt. Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, that's
Anthony pointing a weapon at the camera.
But he's practicing trigger safety.
Is he in the?
He's straight up like this.
I always pay attention to that.
It's important.
I always pay attention to when people like post pictures of them with guns and shit. I'm like, but are you actually being safe with it? Because I was raised like I got shot.
Excuse me. First the nip slip. Now you got shot.
I didn't get shot.
It takes so long.
My dad shot himself in the hand.
Wow.
When I was a kid. And
that was a sentence until the last syllable was finished that I really didn't know
where it was going to go.
Ending. Yeah.
I haven't breathed until I just said that.
My dad shot himself in the
It was like
okay.
Is he okay otherwise?
Yeah, his hand's still there. Everything's fine.
All right.
But,
okay, cool.
So my dad like used to take me hunting on my birthdays. Like I like was real out there in the boondocks and the hick lifestyle growing up.
You said you moved to Santa Cruz. Where are you from?
Yeah. Like kind of a small town outside of Sacramento. So like
dude,
Northern California. I don't know.
We were talking about Davis.
Between Redding and Sacramento?
Talking about Davis earlier.
Yeah.
And that drive from like the Bay to Davis or to Reno, if you're going that far.
I lived
it's
off of the 80, Highway 80.
Yeah.
Going towards Reno, like in the foothills. Like that is where I grew up. So
it's pretty fucking white trash, if I may say so myself.
Oh,
it's
yes.
fucking kind of crazy out there.
That was my life.
Motherfuckers shooting their own hands out there.
Yeah, shooting their own.
I have like some actually insane stories like about anyway, it doesn't matter. But like my dad was on some other shit when I was
Now's not the
like,
time to share personal stories.
Yeah, no, nobody wants to know about that. But it was, anyways, I was taught how to use a gun the proper way. And so I always pay attention when people are like, what's up, bro? Like, anyways. But I know what's going on.
There's a couple things that I don't think I'll ever do. Post a picture of myself with a gun just seems silly. Mm-hmm. Post a picture of myself at some famous person's grave. I'm not going to do that.
Did that Elvis's? I took the exact same pic that Danzig.
The Danzig pic.
That was the gimmick. And dude, so with that was like this magical serendipitous moment.
Yeah.
Because you can't go to the grave anymore.
Right.
The Elvis grave?
I've been to Graceland.
It's not open to the public. There's a big fence around it.
A big fence, that's right.
But I brought my fucking big robe thing, my like fancy Ric Flair robe, to like take the picture and do like this special thing, thinking it was just in a cemetery. So like Gabe the Pigeon and I bought tickets to Graceland. Got to that moment and I was like, well, this picture's not gonna fucking happen. I can't get in there.
What was the point?
Skies turn black. Thunder and rain come down. It's like a tour. It's part of a tour, this grave thing. The tour runs inside, including security.
Oh.
And Gabe and I are just like, we did it. We take the picture, the rain stops. Everybody comes back outside. It was like this beautiful thing where it was almost like Elvis was like, go ahead and take it, man.
Watch out, man.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Is he actually, I know this is a stupid question, but is he actually buried there or is it a memorial thing?
I think that's his actual grave.
That's his actual gravesite.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel weird about, like the Dimebag grave or the cliff spot in Sweden. Although he's not buried there, so I wouldn't feel weird about that.
But the Dimebag grave is so sick looking.
But I don't need that picture of me on the internet. I'll take a picture, but that's for me. That's for Bo.
But it's like, man, this is me, and he's down there. I'm taking this picture with him. You just can't see him. Trust me.
Do you know the story about the Van Halen guitar that's buried with him?
No, I know he's in the Kiss coffin though.
Dude, listen to this. This is an incredible story.
Wait.
Eddie Van Halen showed up to Dime's funeral. Mm-hmm. Okay. He brought the first like Frankenstein or whatever guitar that's on the back of the first record. It's the brown and yellow guitar. He brought the original guitar and put it in the coffin with Daryl.
Wow.
And when Vinnie Paul was like, hey man, like, are you sure? Like kind of whatever. He said Dime was an original, so he deserves one.
Wow.
That's so sweet.
Beautiful.
Dude.
Wow.
Just goats all around.
In the Kiss coffin.
No in the Kiss coffin. Yeah. So fucking sick.
I want a Kiss coffin. Honey, wife,
like
if
Kiss?
you're listening.
Are you a Kiss guy?
Big time.
Okay.
Huge.
Yeah, that tracks actually. I like Kiss. I'm not like a obsessed, but
you a Kiss guy, Kat?
You like Cat Kiss?
Did you guys watch? Did you grow up watching
Detroit Rock City?
No, I've never seen that. I really want to.
Oh my gosh!
I'm literally
good.
No.
It's good.
Kiss, Gene Simmons, Family Jewels, bro. Yeah. That shit was so lit. I love that show.
That's a great show.
Kind of a Kiss guy, I guess. I don't know. Like I don't actually know that much Kiss, to be honest, but
I'll send you some tracks.
It's pretty sick. I mean, I don't not like it. Malachi plays it a lot sometimes. I think
fucking rock.
He's sometimes, he's feeling angsty, and I'm just like, okay. Like,
I'm feeling angsty. I got to put on fucking. I was made for love.
Exactly.
Baby. Good for him. Good for him. Good for me. I guess speaking of Sonic.
Yeah.
This is the kind of the go-to question that we ask a guest, right? Mm-hmm. So Scowl's in a van, right? You're driving down. You're flying down the highway. Mm-hmm. You got ample time.
You got time. You got an
You're
hour and a
hours
half.
early for the gig. Yeah. You're like, we can't go there yet. We'll be way too early.
Look like losers.
You see one of them signs on the side of the highway with all the fast food names on it. What's the one where you're like, pull this fucking van off the road now and go and take me?
Oh man, I feel like you're gonna hate this answer, cause like it's so a lot of people like would probably answer the same way, but Buc-ee's probably.
Oh, okay.
That's a renegade.
Exactly.
It is.
Buc-ee's is like,
but they have food. Like
it's an experience. It's not just food. It's you get to like be in there, like.
It's the best part about this movie is it feels like a movie. You do I get it though. You do like
the best part about Buc-ee's is it's like it feels like a Buc-ee's. Like,
Kat, are you
wrong? No.
Have you had the vegan chicken from Panda yet?
I just got it.
How was it?
I got it in Philly, so I know when I get it here, it's going to be better. But it was really good.
Well,
it was really good. It was fucking lit. And now every time we go to Panda, I actually have an option instead of just eating fucking chow mein and farting up the whole band. Yeah. Like,
are you flatulent?
Dude.
You're prone?
Our van is stinky. Really? It's not just me. And Malachi is a sick freak, and he will not tell anyone, and he won't roll any windows down, like when he rips.
I'm the same way, for sure.
That's so fucked up.
Is
it,
Chris.
though?
Yes.
I think that the people I'm with have a price to pay. And I think that's how they
They have to know what you smell like.
I'm establishing the rules.
Yeah. For me, for me, it's like anyone else in the van, we're like, oh shit, roll down a window. Hey guys, I farted. Sorry. Everyone's like really like cool about it because it's just it's how it goes. But Malachi is a sick freak, and he gets like a kick out of it. But that's just how he is. Again, going back to like who's the silly guy, like. We have silly guy Olympics in our van. So it's like, who can do like the most insane shit? Like
what you're describing in Malachi is not what I would call silly guy. It's more sociopath.
Malevolent.
Very actually nuts. There's a tour. We did a tour once and we like, were so bored. We like took out a Sharpie and he whipped out his like dick and balls. And like, he like drew like faces on his dick and balls with the Sharpie. I don't know where the story is going.
We're just learning. We're learning. We're here to learn.
He also gets naked a lot, and he'll get naked, and he's definitely the naked guy.
The era of the naked guy is like kind of coming to an end.
I know what you mean.
But in your case, it's like, no, this is my boyfriend, guys. He's protected.
I don't want to see it, man. But like, I guess I have to. Like, whatever.
That's like, I mean, you're federally.
Yeah.
It's just the rules.
But like, so
he gonna be naked.
He will get naked and like if we're at a hotel, like he will run and jump on someone, like on some other shit. Like we do something called barassing when we get to like a hotel.
Okay. What is the origin?
Barassing is taking your bare ass and sticking it on someone.
Barassing.
Barassing.
What is the country of origin?
I don't know.
Can you use it in a sentence?
We barass Cole's pillow on a regular basis when he's in the bathroom.
Okay, barass. B-A-R-E-A-S-S-I-N-G, barassing.
Barassing. So we barass. Okay. Mainly we barass Cole.
Oh, nice.
Because he's he's the nerd of the band.
We need to adopt Cole.
No, you don't. No.
I think I need to bully Cole.
Foster son of the show, Cole.
Bully Cole at all costs. At all costs. Because the thing is, if Cole's not getting bullied, it's me. So bully Cole at all costs. At all costs. But yeah, so I don't know how we got to this point. But
barassing?
Barassing is like that's a Scowl thing. That's like...
Okay. I like it.
We usually take photos and then like send it to the person like a day later to like harass your pillow.
Remember this?
Yeah, like.
Remember this, you son of a bitch?
Yeah. It's hella fun.
You believe in ghosts, Kat?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Now I've got an ally, finally.
You ever see a ghost?
Yes.
Would you care to share?
Why don't you mute your mic for about 5 minutes? And
I do have to pee really quick. Should I be a ghost and go pee really quick?
You're going to hold your pee like a good boy. Kat, let's talk about ghosts.
Does he not believe in ghosts?
He don't believe in ghosts.
Of course not.
I'm an ally, okay?
Bro,
But I want to hear.
I was touched.
I want to hear.
I was touched by a ghost.
That takes a lot of spectral power to do.
Right?
That was a powerful ghoul.
Patrick Swayze trained for like 2 hours in that movie to be able to touch
That's a movie.
I get it.
Bo, this is real life.
I'm just saying, I get it.
It was
Tell me about being touched.
It was
please tell the story.
It was at a Quality Inn in Iowa. Yeah, right. And this was not on tour. This is when I was like 16. Mm-hmm. I was on a like 10-day road trip in my ex-girlfriend's, like with her family and in their Prius. Like it was like some other shit.
That's
so cool. Yeah. We get to this hotel. We have our own hotel room. It's really sweet. She's like freaked out for some reason. She's like, this place is weird. I'm fucking scared. She a medium? Will not, I don't know. She's
just sensitive. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really know. She was just like on one. And I was like, well, okay. Like, and like, she would not be in a room alone. Like if she had to use the bathroom, I would go with her. Like she was just like fucking freaked out at this hotel. And I was like, okay, whatever. We go to bed. I wake up and it's like a hard jab in my side, like hard jabs, like over and over and over. And I'm like kind of asleep. I'm like, stop poking me, like fucking stop. Like, what the fuck? And like, I kind of finally wake up. She's out of the bed, like 4 feet away from me. And she's like, stop. Fucking stop. And she like looks like she's like going to fucking break down crying. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, I basically wake up to this and she's like, I wasn't touching you. And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? And she's like fucking flipping out. And she's like,
did she see something?
I don't know if she saw something.
But you felt it and you were saying something.
It was like,
was she standing?
Yes, she wasn't touching me. She didn't touch me at all. So she was saying she was having like weird dreams. She was feeling weird the whole time, all this stuff. And we're like, okay. And so we go to like where her parents are staying. And we like knock on the door and we're like, we stay there the whole night in that room. And she was just totally spooked, but it freaked me out because I was like, bitch, what? You weren't touching me? Like it was like a heart, like someone was trying to wake me up like heavily. And then I've also like seen weird shit like growing up, like in my childhood home. I don't know like how to explain it because it was like creepy, but like I believe in ghosts.
Burial ground. It was built on a burial ground.
I think so.
When I think back to certain stuff,
yeah.
I have to make sure I actually muted my mic because I didn't want to be rude. When I think back to certain memories and stuff of like my house, my childhood home, growing up, like it was creepy.
Right.
It was creepy. Being alone as a kid was just like scary.
It's one of the worst things, man.
But I just want to point out
trash at night.
Taking out the trash. Yeah.
God. I remember taking out the trash. Like that was like one of my chores.
Yes.
And I didn't live like on a big piece of property. I lived in like a pretty normal suburban neighborhood, but like going out, I had like a huge phase when I was a kid where I was terrified of aliens. And I saw War of the Worlds and I was like, bro, they're going to fucking get me.
Scary one. Yeah,
it scared the shit out of me. Yeah. I was like,
first the world, then me.
Yeah, exactly.
Tom Cruise acting in that movie is actually pretty good. Sorry.
He's great, man.
Low key. But that shit scared me. And then I remember also watching like one of those like TV shows about like cryptids and shit. And like it was like the one about like the Jersey Devil. And I grew up in California. But in my head, I was like, bro, the Jersey Devil is going to get me when I take that trash out. Like
I think that's the first episode of X-Files is the Jersey Devil.
It is, yeah.
One thing I just want to point out, and I mean no disrespect, is just there's a common thread with all of these stories so far. 100%. It's always to do with bed, falling asleep, sleeping, something about
No, they're tricky, Bo. They know.
Then why?
Because
why
they give motherfuckers like you an out by doing it at the entire time.
Why is it not when you're at Elvis's grave that something happens?
Well, because
in the middle of the day outside.
The sky opened up and flooded fucking biblically. You're telling me that wasn't?
He's resting peacefully too. Like he doesn't need to like pull hijinks on people. Yeah. You know? Like
this if you die at a Quality Inn, if I die at a Quality Inn,
you just
you bet your ass I am poking every person that comes in there, dude. I'm terrorizing the motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got poked. I don't know why I was like, I literally couldn't understand. Like, I genuinely thought that she was fucking with me, but like,
it was just a goof of ghost.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Silly.
I'm not. Can I earnestly put it this way? I'm not a ghost denier.
Yes.
I'm just not a believer.
okay.
If I were to encounter and go through something that I truly couldn't explain, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I just have to say, I hope a ghost beats the shit out of you.
Dude, I'm in all ghosts. I'm in a over 100-year-old building right here in Chicago. Any ghost, come to me.
What if
Fuck with me.
Like legit whooped your ass? Just a ghost fucking.
Yeah, well,
It's like, that makes me think of like Fight Club.
yeah,
like-
right, yeah, just beating myself.
Yeah.
Yourself. You'll be like, that was me. It wasn't even a ghost.
And yet there was an explanation for that movie too, wasn't there?
Well, that's not a ghost story, you dickhead.
I'm just saying, there's
Well, stop
supernatural.
saying.
There's no fucking. But Aliens is much scarier to me.
Aliens freak me out, low key.
Much scarier.
Did you see Nope?
I have not. I really want to.
It's great.
I really want to, especially because like there's apparently a bunch of cool like punk t-shirts in it, and I'm like, well, that's exciting.
Yeah, that's the
Like,
weird. That's so bizarre. And it's like, damn, you're just fucking up the market, brother. Why you put those?
I
in
was
there?
I was just reminded of the Infest sticker in Bill and Ted.
I
Dude,
didn't
Bill
know
and
that
Ted-
happened.
The van in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey is like loaded with shit.
That's
With like
so
actual
sick.
hardcore bands, like good hardcore bands.
That's so sick.
What else?
The
High Fidelity?
bullies and Three Ninjas have awesome Metallica stickers. All
High
plus
Fidelity,
designs.
Victory Records definitely like furnished the
Yeah.
store.
Yeah.
Because it's like integrity, blood for blood.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, Airheads, their van.
Oh yeah, Airheads,
Dude,
their
It's
van.
like-
Airheads.
obituary.
Is it
Cannibal
also
Corpse.
an Infest sticker? Or no, it's obituary. It's obituary.
It's obituary, Cannibal Corpse. There's like,
Yeah.
it's like only cool shit.
I watched that movie for the first time like not that long ago, like a month ago. And I
Airheads
was-
is
yeah.
legitimately outstanding.
It's so sick.
B. Arthur,
Dude.
outstanding.
That's a movie where you're like, yeah, I'm a rocker. I'm proud
Yeah.
to be a rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
for
to
sure.
watch that
It's
one.
also a movie where it's like, if it's ever on, or if it comes across my Netflix, I'll put it on without question. I love.
Absolutely.
Dude, Kramer just as Kramer. In the
Right?
Why is he so obsessed with proctologists? That's he's got
It's-
the whole bit in
it's-
Seinfeld.
And you
He's
know,
a
they were
weird guy.
You could see somebody in the movie being like, "You remember that Seinfeld bit you did about proctology? Why don't you just do that the whole movie?
The whole
Bring it back.
fucking movie.
Bring it back.
Run it back.
Kramer as Kramer.
Let's
in
go.
Airheads.
You've seen the Brendan Fraser shit recently where he was standing ovation. And
Yeah.
Of course. I wept.
I would love to give him like a warm hug.
Me too.
It sounds
I
kinda
really
weird.
would. No, it's not weird.
He's like watching the podcast, I'm sure. Like,
Brendan,
Brendan.
yeah.
B. Frage, friend of the show.
huge fan.
Well, I mean, but it's like you're around the age of at least of
Yeah.
my age. I don't
Yeah.
know about Bo, but like I'm I'm basically the Brendan Fraser generation. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were calling yourself.
I'm the Brendan
Akin
Fraser
to
of
Brendan
hardcore.
Fraser of, like,
no,
hardcore,
no, no.
yeah.
Well, you know, physically, I've maybe undergone the similar transformations as Brendan Fraser, for better and for worse. But like in those, the Brendan Fraser filmography
Yeah.
is as defining to me as like the Tom Hanks filmography.
Absolutely.
I love the Mummy movies.
They're objectively as good as like Indiana Jones.
Encino Man.
Yeah.
Encino Man is
Dude, it's so lit. Like, I don't know how that word got in my vocabulary recently. Like,
you're loving that.
Actually-
You're,
lit,
Actually-
epic sauce vibes.
Epic is incredible.
Yeah.
It's fully back.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser's incredible. The first Mummy and the second Mummy are so fucking good.
Yeah.
Agree. I'll watch Scorpion King. I'm not scared.
Well, isn't the third one Jade Empire and it's a different Evelyn, which I don't fuck with that.
Yeah, that's she got recast for sure.
It sucks.
Whatever.
Because she's amazing.
we can
Rachel-
talk Brendan Fraser all day,
Rachel
but
Weisz,
I feel
yeah.
like we're kind of winding down here, Kat.
And I'm about to burst.
And Bo's gonna piss himself. Bo,
Yeah.
why don't you piss yourself for the show?
Should I piss myself?
Yeah.
Do we have any questions?
I think I saw a couple like joke ones about Fred Durst, and I'm just not gonna waste your time. Are you looking him up, Bo?
I'm gonna check. See what we got.
Check him out, brother.
Check the hashtag.
We covered the good stuff. Yeah, we'll just Fred Durst Taco Bell order. These nuts.
Oh boy.
What's next for you while he looks?
Yeah.
What's next for Scowl?
We leave for tour in like 2.5 weeks already. Again, I like just got home. I'm like, fuck. Okay, but
you can kind of talk about what you.
Yeah, we just recorded music.
There we go.
I don't have any details. I don't know when it's gonna come out. I don't know how it's gonna come out. I don't know anything.
Who it's gonna come out?
Yeah,
Where it's gonna come out?
From what?
What orifice it will come out?
I don't actually know. But I am really excited because I really like the songs and I feel really confident about them. So I'm very excited, and we did get the privilege of working with Will Yip in Studio 4, and that was like such a dream come true. And then we go on tour with the Bronx, the Chats, and Drug Church. Like,
holy fuck,
coming up.
Mariachi Bronx or regular Bronx?
I don't know.
Oh man,
that means regular. I would imagine.
They did a mariachi album.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm gonna out myself as like a poser. I didn't know who maybe I shouldn't say this. I didn't know who the Bronx were. I didn't.
That doesn't make you a poser. I've never heard a single Bronx song other than the mariachi record.
Yeah,
that's because I toured with Luis, who listened to it every fucking day.
Love Luis.
Yeah, he's the best.
I love him. I've never listened to them, but they're really cool, and I'm really excited about the tour. And then we drop off at some point and do like a headliner thing. Like it's going to be a bunch of like hardcore DIY shows with like Restraining Order, Ankle Biter, Jive Bomb. We're going to get Strange Joy on the Texas State. School of Ellie. He's like a rapper. So sick. Feel like I'm forgetting stuff. I don't know. We're going to have a bunch of people on it. It's going to be sick. I'm kind of nervous because we haven't really played that many headliners.
It's the benchmark.
That's
you know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm scared.
But I wouldn't. Don't worry.
It'll be fun.
Don't stress it, Kat. That's where the money is.
Yeah.
You're gonna make some goddamn money.
So
we'll see.
Like you'll be like, oh, okay, finally. You know.
Yeah. That's kind of like. I just want to be able to order like a Mexican pizza and a Crunchwrap Supreme when I go to Taco Bell, and not just the Crunchwrap. So like,
hey,
slow down.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The Taco Bell inflation, it really hit hard. I used to be eating good for under $5 there. Now I'm like, if I like DoorDash Taco Bell for me and my wife, it's like
that's like $30.
It's like $50.
It's expensive.
Right. If you get like a full 2-person thing.
Well, I'm a big boy.
But also like, what's the fucking point of fast food?
Yeah.
What's the fucking point?
It's restaurant price now.
Well, it's just that it's like, if you really hate yourself in that moment, you're like, I think fast food is like it's like addicting. It's like addictive food.
It is my vape.
Because no, exactly. But that's the thing.
Wake
like
up.
I
vape.
Suck on a Big Mac.
I vape and I eat fast food sometimes. So
sometimes are you like a I don't really fuck with fast food type girl?
No, I do fuck with fast food. I have to. I have to.
You do have to.
I mean, you already said you be farting, so
exactly.
I put 2 and 2.
Exactly,
together.
bro.
Like, oh, she's fast food.
But I try not to. Like I do grocery shop. I actually just got back from grocery shopping too before we started this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How much you spend? What was the butcher's bill?
$150. But that's
that's the fucking thing that is insane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
but it lasts quite a bit longer than
it's cheaper in the long run than like door dashing and shit. But
it
that's
hits
the other
hard
thing.
in the moment.
Bro, it sucks sometimes, but I'm also feeding me and like an actual monster of a man. So it's not just me. Like I could spend $150 on groceries. That would last me like a month and a half. But Malachi, like he be eating, you know, like he's a big boy. He needs to eat. So
he eats meat, right?
Yes. I don't buy meat though. So that's his job. He buys the meat. Like I don't.
I have subsided on food stamps before, and I believe I got 160 a month.
That's
100 to 120 a month. And that shit was gone within the first week.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my cheese budget, brother.
Yeah.
You're working.
Well, if I was buying cheese, but the thing is also like I'm about to leave in like 2 weeks. So like I can't grocery shop like a fucking like a mom of four. Like I have to grocery shop like, okay, this food has to be eaten.
Yeah.
Because it's just gonna rot. Yeah, it's gonna rot in the fridge. Otherwise, like we don't have roommates. Like this is us. So and while I'm at it, I might as well drop the address to where I live so like people can come, you know. I'm alone this time of the week, time of the week. Come hang out, you know. Yeah. Back door's unlocked.
Just search your map for the area where there's 3 Burger Kings and
my IP address as well. Super easy to
we'll put Kat's address in the description.
Yeah, it'll be right under. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Thank you all for that. But this was a wonderful episode. I had a great chat.
Easy.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. That was a lot of fun.
Of course. Kat, Moss, Scowl, huge year to come, huge decade to come for Scowl. Burning up the charts, burning up the world, burning up Europe. They're eating, she's eating eggs now.
Yeah.
Everything, mass hysteria. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. Bye.
Bye.